Hi, my name is Stefan de Hinden. I'm the Managing Director and founder of simplyEstate, Australia's #1 platform for estate administration and planning. I strongly believe we should all be remembered for the good things we've done in our lifetimes and not burden our families unnecessarily. Let me show you how estate planning works. Our estate planning videos cover 5 key topics everyone must know about. Let's start with the first one: why it is important to plan your estate. The objective of this video is to understand when an estate plan is needed and how it can help your family with the estate administration. Before we start, I need to let you know that simplyEstate is not a legal or financial services firm, and all information provided is general only and does not take into consideration your situation. Please read the full statement. In this video, we will cover these 3 topics. Let's get right into it. The main reason for planning your estate is to help and protect your loved ones. An estate plan helps your family, firstly, make decisions on your behalf if an accident happens, you lose consciousness or are otherwise mentally no longer able to make decisions, or you pass away and organ donation, funeral and other arrangements need to be made, or your family needs to distribute your estate and can benefit from all the information you have captured about your life that you know about, but your family may not. Your family can make decisions about health, aged care, financial and legal matters, and estate distribution. Estate planning is not an age-specific thing, really. Everyone, including myself, should have a plan, just in case. I want to show you why people don't plan their estate, and many reasons and myths we hear that hinder people from thinking about planning their estates and communicating their wishes. Can you relate to any of these? Let me start at the end and work my way back to give you a better understanding why estate planning is so important. We find families struggle after a loss, mainly because it is a very emotional time and they're often unprepared. Did you know that in 8 out of 10 cases, families are overwhelmed with the estate administration after a loss? In 7 out of 10 cases, families don't find the necessary information to complete the administration. And 45% of Australians die without a will, complicating matters for their surviving families and increasing the likelihood of legal disputes. Have you or a friend ever experienced the estate administration after a loss? Who takes care of household finances and other affairs that your partner may know little or nothing about? Let's have a look at what needs to be done after someone passes away. The average estate administration takes 6 to 12 months and involves over 200 fragmented tasks and even more decisions along the way. This results in a workload of 200 to 250 hours and incurs costs anywhere between $7,500 to $25,000, depending on the size of the estate, the complexity, and how well or poorly the estate was planned, which may lead to family disputes. I want to show you how an estate is determined after someone passes away and what the impacts are on who inherits what. We all use and accumulate a lot of things with our name to it in a lifetime. Be that a home, an investment property, bank accounts, insurances, a car, driver's license, and newspaper or other subscriptions. It's important to critically ask yourself if your family would really know about all of these. Are you that organized and have documented all of your service providers, assets and valuables in a place that your family would know? To provide a better understanding, let's imagine that John passed away, and these are all the things that John used or owned. Margaret, his wife, needs to figure out what she needs to do. Firstly, various memberships, subscriptions and bills can be closed or transferred. Margaret would transfer utility bills into her name, close John's Facebook account, and stop insurance payments and the newspaper subscription she no longer needs. John's will listed a personal belonging that he wants a specific person to receive. He gives his gold watch to his son Michael, and his superannuation benefit will be paid to Margaret, who he had nominated with the fund. We'll talk about this particular point in more detail when we talk about financial planning in the 4th video. John and Margaret owned together a family home and had a joint bank account, which will generally transfer to Margaret as she is the surviving joint owner. Finally, after all this, Margaret establishes what forms part of the estate. John owned an investment property, which he bought before he met Margaret. He owned a car and a personal bank account. This now represents the assets and belongings that will be distributed to the beneficiaries as per John's will or the relevant state or territory legislation after all bills, debts, taxes and reimbursements are paid. As this example showed, estate planning is all about knowing in which bucket your things would go by default and influence where you want them to go using a will. We will talk about wills in more detail in the 3rd video, Prepare Legal Documents. In this video, we have learned why you should plan your estate. One of the main reasons is the sheer amount of administrative work. You probably agree with me now that it is a lot of work. We've also learned that not everything automatically forms part of the estate, depending on the asset ownership. And the good news is that you can influence how much you organize now or burden your family later. If you want to continue learning more about estate planning, follow me to the next video where we'll talk about the importance of capturing critical information and wishes. Click the red button below this video. To download our free quick checklist with a summary of all estate planning tasks you can do now, click the yellow button below this video and we'll send you a copy via email. If you want to come back later, click the email link button below this video so you can find your way back when you're ready again. Join me for the next video by clicking the red button below this video.